Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Polkzoo channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Folks, if you're really serious about having more fun with guitar and having more joy, and really, like I've said before, I know it sounds a little corny, but it's about self-discovery. Nothing feels better than to begin to discover and find and play your own musical ideas on the guitar and wake up the the composer and the improviser within, and discover your own unique musical point of view. And that's what the Guitar Ladder System can do for you. My suggestion is don't overthink it. Invest the $199. You can order at stevezookguitars.com. I'm going to give you a whole year to try it. At the end of the year, if you don't agree you've really made some growth, I'll give you your money back. It really works, folks. I've worked over 40 years on it. And it's a very, very simple, organic, no involved theory, no note reading, but it really wakes up your musical ear. And it teaches you how to create different types of color, intention, and resolution. You learn the 10 different systems of improvisation without a bunch of theory to give you a headache. You learn by listening and playing and absorbing, like the way that Joe Pass, who I studied with, and Wes Montgomery learned by playing. And it's all, the chordal work is so important. Your compositional skills and waking up your ear is really based on, how much you can broaden your improvisational skills and learn these musical sentences. In my chordal studies, there's also single note studies, but most of it's chordal. Really does the job, really wakes up the musical mind. My suggestion is don't overthink it. It's the real deal. It's not bullshit. You can order at stevezookguitars.com and get going on it. Hey, I'm showing this made in Japan Nippon Gakki again. I think I'm asking $5.99. I got some wiggle room in there. Really a hard guitar to let go of because it sounds so good. It's got some crack in between the end pins, which is very, very common on these. My luthier, I think, quoted me $40, $50 to fix it. You could fix it, you could not fix it. It doesn't really matter. It's got a little bit of a, looks like it might have had a repair here at one point, but man, it sounds unbelievable. Most of these old made in Japan Nippon Gakkis have some type of issue. It's pretty common, But I thought I'd share some simple ideas that you can do on this guitar and messing around in DADGAD without having to work too hard. It's just simple things like forms like this. Just 2-string forms. Have a lot of fun and hear the resonance. Then from there, I like to go to here. This is something I've been really into lately. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I think it sounds really cool as you bar on the 2nd fret. You can come up the 3rd fret. And besides the 2-string forms, there's lots of things you can do on guitar, like simple things like this. Oops, here, let me get to it. That's kind of a cool chord, huh? That can resolve to. That can resolve to. That can resolve to. It's all tension and resolution, folks. The more you get into tension and resolution, the more you learn. That can resolve it. That's why the Guitar Ladder System is so important. It's going to help you start to begin to hear tension and resolution, and musical sentences. It really works. If you feel the hunch to invest in the guitar ladder system, my suggestion is just, go for it. Don't overthink it. It's going to work for you. And that can resolve to this chord. A little John McLaughlin tension there. I'm a long way from the mics, by the way, so this guitar sounds incredible. That can resolve. The neat thing about working in DADGAD is it becomes so intuitive. It helps you to turn your brain off. You're not going to become a much better guitar player and a much better composer and improviser by thinking. You've got to learn you don't want to keep shifting it over to the left brain. You're going to become a better composer by learning to listen to the universe and listen to your musical ear and listen to your intuition. But you need some tools in order to wake up that musical ear. You need to expose your musical ear to the 10 different systems of improvisation and expose your musical ear to how chords can kind of melt into other chords. And by putting chords together in certain ways, it becomes more musical and creates and defines space. I mean, music is an interesting thing, I came up with this quote, gravity is to time what sound is to music. I like that. Music gravity kind of helps create linear time, and, sound helps create music and helps define space and creates a mood and creates color and feeling. If you want to discover yourself, your musical self, invest the $199 in the guitar ladder system. Don't overthink it. Just go for it. You can order it at stevesguitars.com. It will be one of the most meaningful things you'll ever do. Anyway, so here's some other forms in DADGAD. Even just simple forms like that just sound really cool. And you can do... Here's something I recently found that I think really sounds good. It's got really smooth voice leading in it. Let's do that again. See, that sounds almost has like a classical cadence sound, and that sounds really cool because it's smooth voice leading. The skips between, the notes, when it switches from chord to chord, it's not huge jumps. It changes color, but it's not huge jumps. So it's kind of like a wave just melting into the ocean. Let's do that one more time. These new strings are stretching out a little bit. So it's all about waking up your musical ear, and that's what the guitar ladder system does for you. Another simple thing you can do in DADGAD is just simple forms like this. And one more time, that little thing here. And I use this chord, you can use it all over the place. Hard for me to do being that I'm not warmed up, because this is not an easy chord. Anyway, so yeah, this guitar I'm asking $5.99. There's some wiggle room on it. I really don't want to sell it because it sounds unbelievable, but you know, if it goes to a good home, I'll feel better about it. I don't know if this thing's about ready to fall over here, but be careful. I'm going to stop right there. Like I said, this is available. It really has a nice sound. And I really don't care if I sell it or not, because I just love playing it every night. I really do. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful guitar. It just has the Nippon Gakki stuff. Even the 140, I have a 140 that sounds just as good as this, maybe even a little more. I don't know. Every guitar is really different. It's hard for me to compare guitar sounds. But, you know, if you the Nippon Gakki orange label guitars, the 140 and the 180 just sound unbelievable if you find a good one. And yeah, Elliott Smith didn't just play a 180. He actually played a 140 and wrote on a 140 tons. People always say, oh, you know, he played a 180. Well, he probably did play a 180, but I've done a lot of research on the internet. He had a 140 that he wrote a ton of stuff on, even used for live concerts. There's pictures of him. You can see inside the guitar. It says FG 140. Some of the 140s sound unbelievable. I've got one right now that's got a lot of woody old Martin tone with those great Nippon Gakki overtones, you know. But anyway, like I said, if this goes to a good home, I'll let it go. Okay, take care, folks. You can order the guitar ladder system at stevesguitars.com. If you need a sample, you can email me, polkzoo@gmail.com, or stevezook, STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled out, stevezook7@yahoo.com. My suggestion is don't overthink it, because some people, you know, request a sample and they play it and they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know, but they overthink it. I mean, you're really going to miss out. You're going to miss out on a lot of growth. It's not bullshit. I've dedicated my life to this. I come from a musical family. My mom was a famous classical piano teacher. She used to go to Europe and do consulting for huge colleges and stuff. It's kind of in the blood, even though I'm kind of in a little bit of a different thing, because and I love classical music too. But I've really discovered a way to shave years off of your playing and progress. I discovered this through a lot of hard work and a lot of private teaching, and I've just seen private students take such quantum leaps. It was spooky. It really works, folks. You can, or I suggest, you know, if you're feeling kind of a vibe about it, if you feel a hunch about it, if you'd like to be a better player and a better composer and learn to actually hear your own musical ideas within and find them on the guitar, my suggestion is don't overthink it. Just go to stevesguitars.com, order the course. You got a money-back guarantee. All right, folks, take care. Bye-bye.